Hey everyone, this is going to be hopefully another quick tutorial on how to connect and continue with the assemblies and animations. This one's going to be the Spur gear. So I'm going to walk through again just how to assemble it and then how to do that motion animation. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build it. And again, looking at that PDF, that's what I'm staring at down here. Inside of Schoology, you'll see kind of a walkthrough of how to build this thing. So I'm going to bring in, first thing I'm going to do is save. File, save. Call this one Spur Gear example. Make sure it's in my folder. And again, I already have all of the folders or all of the files uploaded. You should have done that in the last video, or you should have seen that when you did the Poly. Go back to that one if you haven't. So 1x8, we'll bring that one in again first. We're going to rotate. We can keep it the same, doesn't matter. Press OK. And again, that first piece we always want to ground, and you'll have that piece in there now. So now we're going to do similar, but we're going to install the gears. So it asks for a 60-tooth gear, which if I look over here, you'll see the 40, you'll see the 36. That's the pulley, actually. Here it is, 60. I'm going to drag and drop that in there. And again, just kind of orient it where you think it's going to be, right around here-ish, just kind of out of the way. The next one is that little 12-tooth, I can't speak, 12-tooth gear. Bring that over here, and again, just kind of close to where it's going to be. Same kind of thing, you're going to use those smaller 2-inch shafts here, axles. Put those over here, got one, and then another one I'm going to drag and drop over again. Put that one over here. Okay, so the next thing is to assemble it. So like we did before, you're going to use a joint, and in this case, we're going to use a revolute. We want position. We want this to go into there. And again, it shows you a little preview. I'm going to pull that 30, I think is what we did before. Press OK. And then we'll move that out of the way. Move this over here. Joint. Again, we want that revolute. And we want that into there. Out to 30. Press OK. And we're golden there. Now, we're going to do a joint again. We're going to put these gears onto these axles. Motion, and this time we're going to make it rigid so that it just stays on that axle. Again, we want the axle to revolute, and we want this attached to the axle like it's glued on. So I'm going to come down here to select somewhere around here and hold Control so that it locks in. And that way I can select that center without it glitching out and freaking out. Push it here, push that. Let's go 25. Press OK. Same exact scenario over here. Come over here, zoom, press Control, center. And I want it to the end here. Rotating. And we did 27. Let's see. Don't know, you can go to the right view here and see if they're lined up. They are not. So I'm going to edit that. 5. Press OK. And now you can see when I rotate this one, it'll rotate, it'll stay in. If I move it left and right, it's only going to rotate. Same thing here. But they're not connected. And as well as you can see the space, we have to connect them. So I actually made a mistake here with this revolute. I'm going to delete that one. And it'll stay attached here. And I'm going to bring this as close to humanly possible as I can here to match up so that I know which of these gaps to put the axle in. And obviously it's this one right here. So I'm going to push that here. I'm going to join. And again, this should be a revolute. Position. That. Go right there. Offset. And we did 30. I remember that one. 30. Press OK, and if you press OK, it'll jump. So here's a couple of things that when I rotate this, you can move it obviously into where you want it orientation-wise, and you don't want them overlapping. You want them to be as close to each other, but not touching as possible, just to give the illusion that they're together. So I moved them, put them where they need to be. Now I'm going to go to, like I did before, go to Assemble, go to Motion Link, Capture Position, and I want this revolute and this revolute to go together. Now, obviously, they look like they're kind of catching each other, and if I move this a little bit better, it might be a better view to see that this is rotating. They're both, first of all, rotating in the same direction. So if I click this little checkbox, you'll see now this one's going this way if you look closer, and this one is going the opposite direction, which is right. But we need to do some simple math here. So I'll stop that just so we don't freak out. But basically what you got to do is you got to figure out how many rotations or revolutions one will go as opposed to the other. And the easy way to figure that out is just the number of teeth, or n. So we know that this is 12, and we know that this is 60, so 5 times as much as far as the revolution, right? 5 times 12 is 60. So we can say that we want the first one to be 360, and we want the second one to be 5 times greater. So again, just some simple math there. You can do 360 times 5 will give you that 1800. You can punch that in. And then again, when I press play, now it looks like it's flying. I would stick to this to being 360. And I found the magic number is it 10 or oh, it's 72 or something funky. Try that other way around. Got to play with this stuff sometimes. Yeah, it's a smaller number. That makes sense. And 72 is the magic number. Don't ask me why, because I don't know. But if I scroll in here, you can see that the gear, and again, no hands, you can see that that ratio works. I'm not worried about you guys understanding the math or any of that kind of stuff. I just want you to understand that you can put these in there and where to mess with the numbers for now. We'll go over the math and everything later when we do gear ratios and principles of engineering. But that's all I want you to understand. And I want you to take a screenshot of this, or screencast, so that I can see that the animation's working. So if I press OK, go to joints, and again, one of those revolutes I picked, revolutes the key. You can do animate model, and it'll show you what that animation looks like. Hope this helps. If you guys have any questions, ask your teacher. Thanks.